Okay, let's record some more answers. Even though I'm quite tired right now, I thought I'd do it anyway, because it's got to be done, so I've got to do it. So, where were we? Okay, Perkin Warbex, hi, asks, what, in your humble opinion, my opinion is not humble by the way, but we'll carry on, is the meaning of life / purpose of existence? Like, is it defined one and true love, travel the world to what? Well done, the 6K subs, you're the man. Thanks. Those are two different things though, aren't they? The meaning of life and the purpose of existence. The meaning of life, I think, is to attain self-gratification. Because I think that's all we really want, you know. Whether it is to travel the world or find one true love, you're doing the same thing there and you're making yourself happy. Even down to, you know, even like animals, like a cat, its meaning of life is to lie in the sun and have a full belly. Of course, you can argue that stuff like bacteria and that doesn't really have that conscious feeling of being happy, but ignoring that, because nobody actually knows the answer to this question and it's just my answer that I'm going to give, the meaning of life is to make yourself happy. Or is it, no, the purpose of life is to make yourself happy. I'm going to switch them around and put the purpose of life is to make yourself happy, because in the end that's all you're trying to do in life, isn't it? By any means necessary. But the meaning of existence, the purpose of existence at all, I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one. I think that we're here entirely by chance, and we just happen to be on this rock that's floating just about the right, just like precisely a right, you know, floating away from the sun at exactly the right point where it can sustain water and life and stuff. And I think it's completely by chance, because there's a hell of a lot of suns and stars out there, and well, the same thing, and they have no like life around them because chance didn't work there, and it won't sustain life. But here it's just happened to have happened, and I think it will have happened somewhere else in the universe as well. I don't think we're alone, but generally I don't think there is like a grand purpose to anything, and I don't find that bleak at all, because I just feel that it's the way it is, and I don't want to start another goddamn debate about God and stuff, so don't even bother, because I will block you. But that's what I think. Yeah, yeah, okay. Next question. Thanks for that, Perkin. Zgotten asked, if you were forced to delete all your videos on YouTube, with the exception of one, which one would you keep? Well, I wouldn't keep any of my LP videos. I would keep a little, is it a machinima? That I did, because before I did LPs, I did like maybe 6 videos of Oblivion short movies, you know, using Oblivion to create a story, and I did some about this female assassin called Cyrillith. I did about 4 of those, and I did this other video called Thora, which is about a sort of a knight, but the one I would keep is called Somewhere, and it's like my crowning achievement with Oblivion Machinimas. So it's a little short story set to a song. The only thing is that I couldn't upload the song to YouTube because it would delete the audio for copyright. So I uploaded the actual video to Vidler, and the version that's on YouTube has a placeholder song, which still works pretty well. But you can find those in my playlist, like all the way down at the bottom, I think. So if you want to check those out, especially Somewhere, because it's the best one. But Cyrillith 4, actually, they're all pretty good, apart from Cyrillith 1, which is the first one that I did, and like the first shot in that is the first ever thing I ever recorded using fraps. So that's how raw it was. I was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this. So it doesn't work brilliantly, but the other 3 are okay, and then Thora's not so good, but Somewhere is good anyway. So anyway, going into a bit too much detail there, but I would keep my video Somewhere, which is in the Oblivion short stories playlist if anyone wants to see it. What are we doing for time? I'm taking too much time, taking too long. Alright, Senritsu asks, may I ask, what do you think about therapeutic books? I'm going to be shameful here and say I have read one. I've read one called The Truth, and it was okay. It was quite funny. It had this vampire that was into flash photography. That's all I remember about it. It was quite good. But I don't read enough, honestly. I do not read enough. And when I do read, I don't tend to read comedy-type books, even though I realise that the guy is a genius. I mean, I've actually seen like the film, TV adaptations of his works, and I really like them, but I've never read any of his books apart from The Truth. And the only reason I read The Truth is because I was bedridden for 3 days with tonsillitis, and so I wasn't at home at the time, so I was very limited on what I could read, and there was The Truth near me, so I read that and I enjoyed it. But that's the only reason I read it. But I'm sure he's amazing. Winston Biggleswade asks, do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me? You know it's true, Winston. You know, both of them are indeed very, very true. Gentleman Two Ties asks, Verax, have you ever played Daggerfall? Daggerfall, surely. I have never played it, but I think it would be awesome if you did a blind LP of it. What do you think you ever would? Probably not, no. Definitely not a blind one. I've seen Grimmeth play it, and he knows the game pretty well, and he has broken the main quest, and he had enough trouble playing the game as it is. I did actually, he did inspire me to actually download the thing, but I've never really taken any effort to get it running. But it is on my computer, but that's as far as I got. I downloaded that in DOSBox, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that at some point. I never have. Maybe someday I might give it a look, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Honestly, wouldn't hold my breath about it. Mr. Johnny Rocket Fingers asks, considering you're an adventure game player, would you rather live in a fantasy world with all disadvantages of a human being, or continue your life on Earth? Congrats on the 6k subs. I would probably continue my life on Earth, because I am well aware of how good we have it here, especially like in the developed world that we live in. So I would not throw that away to live in a fantasy world. That's the reason that I like fantasy, is because that's what it is. It's fantasy. I reckon that if fantasy was a reality, it would kind of suck. As I mentioned in my other answer to which game world would you like to live in, probably none of them, because it would be horrible. So I would continue my life on Earth. I would. So I could keep playing games and pretending I'm a hero rather than having to be one and just get my ass kicked and killed. Altia565 asks, how would you feel if you met all of your subscribers at once? Let's say everyone gathers around you in a stadium. I would hate it. I would absolutely hate it. I would not like the attention at all. It would be horrible. So no, I would hate it, honestly. Absolutely hate it. Donzor, I guess, asks, what are your religious views? As I said before, I'm an atheist, and that's the last anyone will say about that, because anyone can believe what they want to believe, and that's absolutely fine. But as far as my channel goes, I don't care what you think. Mr. Ryan Hill 1 asks, what's your address? Now, there are just a few questions that I will not answer, and that is one of them. But my address, broadly speaking, is Yorkshire, England, UK, the world, the Milky Way. Well, Earth, the Milky Way. But that's as close as you're going to get, I'm afraid. Okay. Jeheric asks, or Hejeric, something like that, asks, of course you're getting Skyrim. The question is there anything in particular you'd love to see returned from either Oblivion or Morrowind, or indeed from a mod? Or that would probably count as returning, wouldn't count as returning, yeah. I would like Skyrim, ideally, to be as in-depth as Morrowind, as polished as Oblivion, with the combat system of Might and Magic Dark Messiah, and that would work pretty well for me, you know. Oblivion had the nice sheen and polish, and and Morrowind had the depth and the heart and the plot. I don't think it should have complete voice acting either, because I don't think that's needed, because you just skip it anyway, don't you? I think it's a complete waste of money and time and effort and space on the disc. So that's out. But nothing in particular. Like levitation would be nice. Levitation for mages, you know. Oh, actually, like in guilds, if you are like in the mages guild, being a mage, like that actually counts for something, would be nice as well. You know, just saying. Bethesda, you know, would be nice to have a mages guild that actually cares if you're actually a mage when you join and rise to the head of its ranks. Stardust X 1997 asks, what motivates you to continue long plays such as Morrowind? What time are we on? Okay, quick answer for this, because we're already over the time limit I set for me. Oh my god. What motivates me is the love of the game and the I was going to say the reception it gets, but I suppose that is true, yes, but to a lesser extent, you know. I mean, if nobody commented on Morrowind for the what's next thing, then obviously I couldn't continue it, but I get at least 80 replies, like 80 suggestions every week, so that's nice. But mostly it's just I love playing the game, and that's it, you know, and people love watching it, it seems. So that's what motivates me. I mean, just for all of them, for the Baldur's Gates and everything like that, I just love playing the game. And if I wasn't recording it, I would be playing it anyway. So okay, right, that's it. Oh my god, 12 minutes. No, it can't be true. Okay, bye. Next video coming up.